What's up, everybody? You know what it is. X on the Beach after show. While Sinse is putting on her lip gloss, Shannon acts like her and Anthony never broke up. Billy and Lexi start making a connection, but it's awkward with Cara around. And Cameron's ex washed it up on the shore, and Gillette prefers she was thrown overboard. Let's go. Let's get it.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Teen drama. After school special music is what we got. Yo, what's up? It's the late night hour and it's X on the Beach after show. You know what it is. Gang, gang, get your life all the way. I'm your host, Lem Gonzalez, and I'm not here by myself.
Nope.
But my crew is with me.
Yep.
Next to me, her lip gloss be popping. Her lip gloss be cool. Since they don't play in the building.
Poppin'. What up? Can't wait to talk about this episode, y'all. Exes is coming. They're going to be coming all season long. Can't wait to talk about it.
All season long.
Yeah.
And yes, we have our messy correspondent, Messy Melody, in the building.
What up, everybody? That is not my phone. I don't know whose phone that is.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm always fucking it up on my phone.
It's all right. We love you still.
I'm just trying to get the live chat,
I
okay?
get it. It's all good.
Love you guys.
Yes. And my A1 is day one. Filipino king himself, Nino and Lem, in the building.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Nino. We in this. There's a lot going on in this episode.
Going on.
And we got the right one.
A lot of delusional situations happening here in this episode.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Super. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, we got to talk about it.
But right now, it's guest time. It's guest time. Ladies and gentlemen, you might have seen her.
Yes.
On Are You the One Season 6.
Okay.
You might have also seen her as a cheerleader for the Houston Texans.
Yes. Okay.
But right now, she's on X on the Beach and she's in the AfterBuzz studio.
Yes.
Gillette's in the building.
I'm like blushing right now.
Hey.
You guys, Gillette is way better in person. Not that she's not bad on the TV screen, but let me tell y'all, okay?
I was trying to tell you.
Tell your friends.
I was trying to tell you.
Lem has been telling us for a while that
Thank
you are way
Thank
better
you.
in person.
Thank you.
Yeah.
West
It's
side.
a glow.
It's a glow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you glowing,
energy.
girl. You
It's
glowing.
It's a
energy.
fuckboy free glow.
I'm there for it.
Yo,
It's
you
a
should coin
movement.
that. That could be,
That could
be some perfume right there.
I mean, could be.
Boy free glow.
Could be.
Yes. I
So
love
yeah,
it.
let's break down this episode. What
Let's
do you
do
guys
it.
think about what happened?
Look, I think we're all surprised on how this episode went down.
Right.
I mean, everyone was so graceful.
We had classy queens everywhere.
I mean, for real.
Not one earring came off.
No.
Not one trap was pulled.
No.
That's
Not
what
one
happens
bra strap
when
was
women get
unstrapped.
together.
Oh my
When
God.
women get together, that's what happens.
Women.
That part.
So it's a mixture, you're saying?
Yeah.
And everybody's kind of level-headed,
Yeah,
even keel
it-
type situation.
The whole situation had a lot to deal with the way how nice Alexis was.
She's
to be honest.
sweet.
She came in like
Yeah.
real nice.
Real nice.
Like the nicest out of all the exes.
I thought it was
ever
fake at
entered
first.
the
I was
beach.
like, is this really like, when's the turn up happening?
No.
I had no idea what's going on because watching, you can see Alexis coming down and she's like, I'm like, why is she smiling so big? Like,
It's like Snow White with like.
that's what I did. I was like, she has no idea what's happening. Like,
Right.
absolutely none. Camera didn't tell her anything.
Right.
Sure enough, I'm like, damn. But even after that, she still hugged me. She's a great girl.
Yeah, her reaction to that video. I mean, I don't want to talk about it, but it was still very chill, very quiet, very demure.
So, yeah.
I just feel like
Very
the
ladylike.
way I took it is that demure.
Whatever that means.
See?
Uncle Al got you done.
He got me. I was just
Okay.
throwing out the
Here comes
SAT
the
words.
word.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ghetto words.
You know,
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
Anyway, as we were saying, I think that it's a situation this season, it seems like it's not as much turn up. It's more or less people trying to figure out what it is within their relationships.
100%.
Like we see, I mean, there's a lot of the couples that we see. Even our guest Gillette and Anthony, the whole situation is like, okay, what's really going on? And even there's kind of the trifecta with when we see Shannon in the mix, which you would normally see like mad drama,
Right.
But we don't really see that.
Well, and, you know, Anthony and Jalessa's relationship has fizzled. You know, he really just was coming back on some, like, revenge shit, you know? And that's kind of what we saw, and I think that's why it fizzled so quickly, because y'all really wasn't, like, into each other by that point.
I think, like, after 2 years after, you know, like, after 2 years from, like, me and Anthony being whatever we were, the nothing, I think I realized it came to a point where I was looking for validation for Anthony to be like, okay, I want to be with you. And I realized that the only person that could get that to validation was myself. And I didn't need it from Anthony. He was just the first guy to tell me no. So I was so gun-ho on getting him to love me and being with me. And then I realized, I was like, at the end of the day, you don't even want to really be with him. And we parted ways, and that was that.
Yeah.
See, it's been so clean, because you're right. The couples are either we want to work it out, or you know what, it's just not going to work out, and then move on to the next. And the drama is minimal to a point. I mean, it's still some juicy stuff.
I mean,
what's going on? I mean, the
hello.
whole Shannon situation and how she's kind of trying to figure that out. And I mean, it takes two to tango, but dang, she just looks so. I don't like the way she's portraying herself.
Anthony is down for the dance.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
just
down
saying.
for the dance.
He's down
That's
to
the
dance.
thing.
I don't know. Shannon was dressed and ready for a funeral, so I don't know if their relationship is dead at this point. You know,
You don't think
I
it's
don't
gonna
know
be
what
revived,
was
right?
going on.
I don't think it's gonna be revived.
She wants to have like 10 kids. What do you mean?
I'm
she's ready to go. I'm just saying.
And we thought Jalesse was the crazy.
No, and what's really weird is when I've never met Shannon before, and when I got to know her on the show, I was like, low-key, she's a little bit like me. Anthony got a type, crazy and cute. Like, that's his type to a T, you know? But looking at Shannon and stuff, so I'm like, that was me 2 months after me and Anthony left our event. So I felt for her. I understood what she was going through. But at the same time, I want to be like, baby girl, it gets better. It gets better, I promise you. But, you know, you just got to let her go through it and figure it out herself.
Because it almost hurt watching her, you know, feel the way she was feeling, and then wasn't getting the reciprocation that she wanted.
Well, yeah, and especially because, you know, we saw last episode, her and Meech, which, by the way, I want to clear things up here.
Oh, my God.
Because, all right, Meechy, you know what I'm saying? I was over here trying to, you know, be sassy and shit, but, you know, I got my facts all the way wrong, and I want to make it clear. And I did do some research, and I was like, oh! So he was definitely not the one with the robe, honey.
No.
He was the one having like this porno out.
Right.
Like,
I looked that up too.
and so
I didn't even know that
like,
part.
okay,
Yeah.
right. So yeah, the Black China, like, and she was horrible at what she was doing to him. Like, it just was not cute. So I did my research, honey.
Oh, you did the research.
It's called Google, and I was like, I want to make sure I'm getting these people right. And I was like, okay, no wonder he drew his, you know, penis on the arts. But so I just wanted to make it clear that I did do my research, and you know, he wasn't wearing Rob's robe. I mean, who knows? Maybe she still has it somewhere, but they were back to back really quickly. So.
Yeah.
Boom.
But all I'm saying, you know, seeing Shannon last week with him, and then extremely switching back to Anthony.
That was
this
revenge,
week,
though. That was for revenge. That's all it was.
Okay.
But I don't know. The
That was
fact
revenge
that she
sex,
knew,
straight up.
I don't know. It's just the
Even
fact
though they
that
have sex.
They didn't have sex,
Yeah.
but it just was super extreme. And I don't know. I mean, they didn't really like end anything with Michi, and it just kind of went straight to Anthony. I mean, are we missing something?
I don't think it was
here?
nothing. That's the thing, right?
I don't think you guys are missing anything from what I know, and I don't want to speak on behalf of their relationship, but that's what they do in the real world. They go have their fun, and they call it cheating, get back. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's, for them, that's like a typical, we broke up, you went and had your fun, and now we're going to try to fix things again. And so that's why we all got, like, a taste of their, like, real life relationship. It's just, you know, it's not
toxic. That's
every,
what you
yeah,
see.
it's
No,
not,
toxic.
typically they don't all live in the same house, you know?
Yeah.
So, and that's why, that's what Anthony said. He's like, we would break up, we would, you know, fight, and then hook up and be back together. And so that's just, I guess, how they, I guess, don't work in a relationship or work, whatever they call it. But,
However it works. I want to take, just so the fans can understand, because you came in as a single, Anthony came in as an ex. So just can take back for those people that may not be familiar. You obviously met on, you know, season 6 on Are You the One? You're in the same season together, and that's kind of how you guys started your, you know, relationship situation. How did it go left? What actually happened? Can you take us back to that Are You the One season 6?
So after Are You the One, from the moment, like, we won the $1 million, me and Anthony, like, ran up to each other, we kissed, spent the night in the hotel together, like, said goodbye. He went to LA, went back to Texas. I came to visit him in LA. And, you know, maybe we just have different definitions of relationships, and maybe this is why his aren't working out. But to me, if I am giving you my attention. I'm giving you some other stuff. I think I deserve the respect and decency to be like, hey, not really fucking with you like this no more. But that doesn't mean I don't like you, but I'm going to go do my thing.
Right.
And so when he didn't give me that conversation, because I was in LA, gave him some things, you know.
Right.
Hung out, had a good time. When he woke up to leave, I was like, hey, am I going to see you before I leave? He's like, yeah, for sure. And then that same night, he hops on a flight to New Jersey. And that same day, he got with Kiana from season 6. And then the next day, that was like Monday, Tuesday, he got with Zoe from season 6. And I don't call it cheating at all, but I felt like I deserved the conversation of, hey, we're not a thing, even though I just laid up in bed with you all day and, like, told you this, that, and the third. I didn't mean all that. I was just playing you. Like, I would have respected him more for that than just, like, you know, kind of leading me on. And then after he went and hooked up with Zoe, I was like, look, y'all, like, I'm out of this. Like, I can't. So we always had, like, that weird beef because I was like, you screwed me over. And, like, granted, yes, when I was in LA, I grabbed his phone and blocked Kiana on it because their whole conversations were who's better in bed, me or Celeste. I'm like, sweetie, if
so
he's
she
not,
didn't care being the side bitch.
So my thing is, sweetie, if he's not answering you, it's because he doesn't want to hurt your feelings. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that all happened, and that left a sour taste in my mouth. So then after that, we did our own thing. We didn't, like, really, like, talk or anything. The reunion came around, and, like, whatever happened with him and Alexis from season 6 happened, but...
I forgot about that. I forgot about
You're
that.
saying all these
We were
names,
there.
girl.
Yeah, sure.
Besides
So my whole
that.
point is, I went on social media and I texted Alexis. I was like, hey, do you have those screenshots of Anthony trying to hook up with you at the reunion, which Shannon was at, and they got announced as his girlfriend. She's like, yeah, girl sent him over to me, and Anthony had been tweeting, like, MTV, please call Celeste. I want a new TV. I want her to leave me alone for a month, this and this and that. And so I was like, okay. So I posted all those tweets, and then Shannon got defensive because she wanted to protect her relationship. She went and, like, body shamed me on Twitter. Anthony, like, so, you know, Shannon did on the show apologize. They don't show up, but she apologized, and, you know, it is what it is. But just after that, he just got really ugly with me, and he knew my buttons, like, so. That's what happened with us, and I never really talked to him about it after that. You know, so granted, MTV did give me another TV show when he was on it because of me, but, you know, like, it is what it is. So when he gets into the bubble, like, I cry because I'm not, it's not that, like, I love him still. It's just, like,
the situation.
The anger.
It's like, I'm mad.
The anger.
I'm mad, and I'm so mad I let him make me feel like I wasn't good enough for any guy.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Like, he was the one to really just fuck you up.
Yeah, he did.
And I get that.
Yeah, and you know, I'm not, like, trying to give him all this credit or anything, but he was that one guy that made me feel like you're not it. You're not going to be it. You don't deserve a conversation. You don't deserve this. So in my head, I was like, damn, I'm by myself because I'm not a good enough person. But it's not that I'm not a good enough person. It's he can't see the great person I am.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know, and that's okay.
Good. And it's always those ones that make us into the stronger women that we need to be.
Exactly. But that's why, like, when Anthony comes in, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm like, he's gonna tell everyone I'm ugly, and like, I just was worried that, because Anthony's a bro. Like, guy, he's friends with everyone. So I was like, he's going to make me look ugly. But then, you know, me and Anthony, he, like, I guess he didn't expect I was going to cry so soon. Yeah. So after I, like, cried, he apologized. He was like, look, we're going to live in the house. Let's squash it. I was like, okay, whatever. And he was like, go pursue Cameron. And so that's what I did.
They gave it to him when he was here. You know what I mean? They made sure that they let him know what was going on.
And what's funny is the whole time I'm, like, watching it back, and I didn't know he was there for revenge.
I know.
I just didn't. I was like, he came back for me? Like, I had no idea he was there for revenge. And so then, like, watching back, I'm like, damn, he was really in there still hating on me. Like,
but
wow.
it bit him in the ass at the end of the day, because then when they're at the table and you bring up Dee Dee and his relationship, and we see the drink, and then he's crying. Yeah. So karma works really fast.
Comes around.
I mean, he said it too, and he said he knew he fucked up. He straight up said it. He knew he fucked up.
And I think that's where Anthony, like, goes wrong, is he forgets that even though you may not be together or not, he forgets that you're still owed a conversation as a human being. You know, like, not as a boyfriend, girlfriend, just as a person, be like, hey, this is what it is. That's that.
And hopefully, like, it's a good learning situation.
Yeah.
Like, he seemed, as mature as he could be for that situation when he was here. I was surprised.
He's grown up so much. Even getting to know him all over in the house again, I was like, dang, he's such a different guy than Are You the One, Anthony? Yeah. Like, it's crazy.
Which is good.
Well, right.
People better grow up.
2 years.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Well, I'm trying to talk about the juicy shit, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
well, before we get into the juice,
okay, just saying.
Messy Melody has something to tell our viewers.
I do, guys. We just wanted to say thank you for making us the ESPN of TV talk. For us to continue to grow, we could use your help. If you're on YouTube right now, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you're on iTunes, please give us a 5-star rating.
5 stars, y'all.
But no matter where you are, leave us a comment so you can get involved in the conversation. Let us know what you think down below. Being part of AfterBuzz TV has meant so much to all of us, and we truly appreciate your support in doing what we love. Don't forget to tell your friends and keep enjoying our shows.
Let's go.
All right, so juiciness.
Please, the no.
Yeah. We do see some exes wash up. We see one particular ex wash up on the beach, Alexis, which her name has already come up. Before we get into Alexis, I want to talk about you and Cameron because obviously there's been a lot of stuff. He was in this episode.
I love you.
You're right. He was getting it from his boys there, and he's like, "Wait, you said what? In the middle of what?
Was the D2 baby?"
Yeah. I just want to know from you, like, I mean, obviously, you know, we've seen.
We just got intel.
Hold on. Wait, don't do that when I'm on the show. Like, you can't interrupt me like that. That's not good. Okay, wait, time out. Blow the whistle. Where's our whistle?
Take a breather.
All right, time out. Okay, whistle's blown. All right, so here we go. Going back to Cameron.
Yeah.
You obviously gravitated to Cameron, right? He's a good-looking dude. I understand. You know what I'm saying? You did your thing. Ooh. But we see in the previous episode, and then it carries on over this episode, that the L word came up multiple times while you guys were canoodling. And so, can you bring us back to that? Because obviously there was a lot of flack that was given for that.
So... let's start off. Me and Cameron had a very long Cameron and Gillette day.
Okay.
So we have.
Long enough to say I love you that quick, girl. Damn.
Well,
let her explain. This
is my
it was a long day.
So me and Cameron had just gone on like our body shot date. I don't know why I thought that was like a great date, but
that date.
We had just gone, I had the best date ever. I was like, I took body shots. Right. But so we go on our body shot date, and then we like go in the hot tub, and then we both had to shower, so it was just like we were
to clean ourselves.
It's a long day. It was a long day,
right?
And I do so, and this is my fault. I wish they had like a disclaimer at the bottom of MTV of every time I said I love you, but like I genuinely like I'm so about love. I like have love for you. I'm like not afraid to say it. If they don't say it back, that's okay. Like whatever. But you know, it was just a long Cameron and Gillette day, and Cameron said I love you first also. Like, yeah, so, and
he said it first.
Yeah, he said it first. I'm not that dumb just to like.
Wait, did he really say it first?
Yeah,
what were y'all doing?
Wait, so
but he still said it.
Said it first.
But regardless, he said it first.
In the Shack of Secrets, in the Shack of Secrets, you hear like everyone in the house found out that like he said it like first. Okay. And they're like, "Why didn't you expose him?" And I was like, well, I mean, I don't know, because I still liked him. Like, I don't want to, like, blow his cover with his guys.
Well, so how did you feel when he was talking to the guys about the scenario? Because I said it was kind of normal, like...
And you see, that's, like, locker room talk, which is, like, whatever, doesn't bother me. And I think, like... Cameron and I both know if we had like real locker room talk about like how it really happened and what went down. I think he would be like, no, I didn't mean that way, because you know. So I just know Cameron. He was trying to be like a guy's guy, like a bros, and like be like, yeah, tap that, which is like, bro, we're living in a house. Obviously, we were gonna have sex. Like, what else were we gonna do? They didn't have Monopoly.
She was playing life, y'all.
Yeah, so you know. So like, when I told Cameron like I loved him, it was like. I love you, like...
You love him, but you weren't in love with him.
No, I wasn't in love with him, no.
See,
you were just living off, like...
I was just living off a high. The date
and, like, the liquor. And then it was just
Cameron is a smooth talker. Like, I kid you not, if he was to tell me I had, like, wings and a mermaid tail, I would believe it. I'd be like, you're right, I do. Yes, I do. Like, just, like, he's just a smooth talker. He really is.
Yeah.
He's like corny, but it's like, he's so corny, it's cute.
So,
right.
So clarification.
Because you love.
Yeah, I love it. And,
exactly.
And not only that, but Cameron, like, the first time I met him, was like, so do you want to move to LA? I was like, I met my soulmate. Like,
oh, no.
That's, you know? So, like, I knew he was, like, open to, like, a relationship and getting to know someone.
That's a red flag, girl. You want to move to LA on the first couple.
But girl, where was you gonna move?
I mean, later
With
to find
Ariana?
out, I was gonna split rent 3 ways.
I'm done.
So who gets the master bedroom and who's he sleeping with?
I mean, I don't know. I think Ariana and Alexis pass off that schedule.
The schedule.
Well, I think it's a good segue to Uncle Lem's minutes.
Oh, I forgot we had one for this time.
We do. So, yes, and this is going to be the first time that it is directed to a guest in the studio. So, yes.
Wait, did I win something?
Hold on.
I don't know, girl.
No,
with
this
Uncle Lem.
is
Take a
Minute
sip
with Uncle Lem.
something.
So, here we go.
I don't know if you want to be.
Music is going.
Wait,
All
what
right.
is it?
Gillespie.
Yes.
If you wanted to tell someone that you love them after talking to them for 2 minutes, you go right ahead. The world needs more love.
That's what I feel too.
With all of these mass shootings in our country, if someone took the time to show love to these individuals, there would probably be more people living.
Oh my God.
The genius Stevie Wonder has a song that called Love's in Need of Love Today that came out in 1976. Over 40 years later, it still rings true. And if Gillespie can bring some sunshine to the world and just one person be affected, then that's one less person that has to experience
It's
pain.
just real life.
And that's all I have to say.
Wait, what? Who wrote this?
Lem did. Lem. Can I?
Of course. Hey, Lem. I love you.
I love you too, Gillespie.
Wow.
That was so deep, Lem. That was so deep.
I was looking at
You got
it.
it crying. You got it crying.
Oh my God.
It was the right moment. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up in that one.
You're just taking the rest of the wine.
Lem saw it.
Exclusive.
He saw an opportunity.
There you go.
No,
That's
that
the
shit
right
was
there.
so real, though.
Lem made Gillespie cry. Like,
Well, when you really think about it, and I've said this plenty of times, right? I'm a sensitive thug, so
He wears his heart on his sleeve.
I wear my heart on my sleeve, so I get it when you gravitate towards that word. And it's like you said, you're not in love with him, but when you love someone, you have no problem showing it or telling it. And a lot of people will feel the same way. But won't say it because it's like, I don't want to put that image out there. I don't put myself out there. And you're just doing that. And I think that it's okay.
No, and I mean, my whole, and this is so weird, I didn't even know love was going to be such a big Gillespie thing this season. But, I've always said, I would rather, love and, not be loved back than not know how to be loved, if that makes any sense. I'd rather tell 10 people I love you, and if 2 people say I love you back, or they're like, yeah, that's cool, or whatever, it's nice to hear. It's not a bad word. It's okay. It doesn't mean you're gonna have to marry them unless they want to get married. I'm down to. But, Lord.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
she's looking, y'all.
Yes.
Gillespie's ready.
It may not be.
Whoa, wait.
Excuse me. I'm just saying. She is in LA. I'm just saying. There's a lot of people here. Okay, so I really want to get down to this because this has really been chapping my hide.
Okay.
Aubrey,
hide.
yes.
I like
These
that.
old
Chapping
people
your
say-
hide.
I know.
That sounds like a rash.
Yeah.
Does it not?
That's kind of what it is, though. Chapping my hide.
Chopping my hide.
Chapping my hide.
Okay, so listen. Aubrey and Devin.
Can we not?
I just want to touch on this, touch
He
real
is
quick.
so bitter.
I just feel like I just don't know what this is.
It's a man hating on a woman.
I have a hard
And it's
time with
weird.
this. And I want to discuss this because I really want to know what your take on. I got yours, Melody. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I would just let much y'all talk.
But I really don't know what it is. I don't know what to say.
It's literally what she just said.
What you said,
so
you with that?
I don't even know why we're talking about it.
Okay, I just wanted to like boop boop touch real quick.
Here,
Okay,
touch.
well,
It seems unnecessary.
Can we just ask our guest real quick? Just real quick on that subject. It seems really weird, that whole dynamic. It's in my opinion, if I'm gonna be real, it seems forced. But I want to get from you, like you were in the house, you saw everybody interacting. What did you get from the Aubrey and Devin feud that was going on over the last 3 episodes?
Yeah, I think it's like every day you're gonna meet people that you don't vibe with, and in this situation you have to live with them. Typically if you meet someone and you're like, that's not my cup of tea, or like I think I don't vibe with them that way, you don't have to live with them. So putting two people that just clearly don't get along under a roof, like every little thing's gonna bother them and it's gonna trigger them to go off on one another, But I mean,
it seemed like every little thing was bothering Devin, and Aubrey was just, I'm kind of just over
Aubrey
it
just
now.
walked in and
he was bothered. And I think that's weird for a man to just be so bothered.
What was Aubrey doing as much as Devin was? Because, I mean, the edit shows Devin, we just see Devin complaining all the time. Was Aubrey that extra to make it, like, unbearable for him?
No, so I think, also, this paint party, like, this is... Y'all don't see me in that episode because I'm, like, passed out somewhere. But, like, that's that night I was, like, spelling love wrong. And, like, your girl knows how to spell love. I can't spell love.
You spelled it wrong.
I spelled it Luove. Like,
Wait,
there's
what?
no
Yeah.
And so I think it was just, like, with, like, the alcohol and then, like, being in, like, that small environment. And not only that, but, like, Devin didn't participate. And I don't know if I can't speak on, like, his health or anything, but he didn't participate when... I would have, like, rather not get paint thrown on my, like, new white bathing suit, too, but,
But you did.
Yeah, but, I mean, I did, but it also wasn't a health issue, so it's just, like, one of those things where you kind of, like, pick and choose to bite your tongue, and a lot of us did, and that night was just Aubrey's tipping point. I was like, nope, because, I mean, Aubrey, she's the highest celeb there, She could have, like, thrown a hissy fit and, like, I'm not getting my blonde hair dirty, but she got down with it. No, we had so much fun that night. Like, Aubrey was, like, we were all dancing in the sand. Like, we had a great freaking night. And Devin was inside, So it's just, like, that night Aubrey was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to bite my tongue anymore. Because you have to live with people. So it's like a roommate situation. It's like, you pick and choose your battles. And that night it was just, like, not doing it. You made it clear that you're not participating, So it wasn't, like, a very... clear situation.
Yeah, because if anything, we thought Aubrey would be the one sitting out and not wanting to participate.
No, and you see, like, Aubrey, like, she's
down.
I was so surprised. I was like, when I had met her, I was like, oh my gosh, like, we're gonna have a whole hair situation. She was super dope. Like, yes, she had hair and makeup, but, like, never once was she like, don't use my hair and makeup. She would be like, oh, like, give her like a slick pony, or like, so that was like really dope of her to like,
I need her on the show. I like her.
Yeah, she's so cool. She was so nice. Like, she didn't have to do that. Her makeup artist would like touch us up, blend his lip glosses. And, so like, it was nice. I think that definitely like that situation portrayed like both of them being super mega divas. Dope. But yeah, she's a dope person. She was one of the girls I was like closer with in the house too.
That's really dope.
Aubrey, we need you on the show, girl.
Well, one of the things that I did notice is like with Devin, he's he's a challenge, right? He obviously started on AYTO, but he did the challenge several seasons, and so that's kind of a challenge mentality. Let me get in your head. Let me like I want camera time, so this is how I'm going to do it, and that's why I kind of brought the whole thing up, because it seemed like that was kind of what the goal was. It's like, let me pick on somebody, and let me pick on, like you said, maybe the biggest celebrity in the house, so that way I can start something that can hopefully be aired, or because it just seemed like it came from nothing. It just
strategic reality TV star.
Did you get that from him?
No, I mean what it all came from was that Devin didn't want to participate in the paint party, and Aubrey didn't want to bite her tongue about it anymore. She wanted to calm out. My thing is, I get it. If I still to this day don't know what the whole situation was, but like if you're smoking packs of cigarettes a day and you have asthma, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about that.
Girl.
So it was just kind of like a like don't like cop out on like an actual health situation that is other people's that they actually can participate in because they would want to, So it's just one of those things where like Aubrey was like, I'm not biting my tongue anymore. I'm gonna say what I have to say, and it's been a long freaking night, so might as well go for it.
So maybe real, not forced. But more real.
It
more
was
real because of the
like
situation. She was just tired of the situation.
Yeah,
That's it.
Well, I'm tired of this conversation.
Moving on, because it's Sinse. What did you guys think of Billy and Lexi getting closer?
You know what? I like that.
You like that?
I feel like it is pretty humble. Like, you know, I'm glad to see, you know, at least one of the twins trying to find a connection. And
outside of each other.
Yeah, exactly. And so, you know, they're trying to, like, figure each other out, and I mean, go for it. Why not? I mean,
was
Billy's
quick
cute.
though. It was just so fast. Like,
well, it seemed to us.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it definitely came out
it?
of nowhere, but they're both cute people.
Yeah,
so
Billy's such a sweetheart, sweet guy, and the Kaplan twins are sweet girls. Like, they're genuinely, like, and they know that we would call them this. We'd call them Disney Channel because they're so freaking nice and, like, sweet and stuff. And it wasn't, like, an insult. It was that they were so cute and, like, I could see them doing the Mickey Mouse thing, you know? But they were just, like, nice. So I think they just, like, gravitated towards each other because at that point, Michi was vibing with whoever he was vibing with at that point. And then, I mean, Cameron, everyone's kind of coupled off, Shannon and Anthony doing things. Yeah. So, you know, it left, like, the Kaplan twins, Cara and Billy. And Cara and Billy had already said, we're not pursuing anything.
Yeah.
So
and Billy chose Lexi.
Yeah.
Did the connection seem, like, strong around this time already? Or, like, I mean, like...
Yeah, I remember for the first time seeing them kiss, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, what?
Okay, so we didn't see too much, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cara's in the building, by the way. I mean, not in the building, in the chat.
I love
Cara's in the chat. What up,
she
Cara?
says you look beautiful.
Yeah.
Angel, honey.
We kind of touched on it, but you know, I want to get it because we did see one ex wash up on the beach. Was Alexis, Cameron's ex? She was suspicious of him living with his ex Ariana, who we haven't seen yet, but supposedly it's going to be coming up soon. And he's trying to figure out what to do with Alexis and Jaless. And then when he walks in, they immediately go to the Shack of Secrets, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And then you guys can hear what they're saying. And they're basically...
that was like...
Right. That was weird. And they're watching you, too.
They're watching me and Cameron, and it's so weird because I'm, like, listening to it. I'm like, oh, my gosh, we're so cute. I'm like, oh, wait, this is a bad thing. Like, wait, like, she's finding out.
God.
So, but when I said, like, oh, I want to copy this tape, I genuinely, at that moment in time, wanted a copy because it's like, oh, I can play it at mine and Cameron's wedding. Like, you know, like, that was the way my mind was working.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I was like, oh, my gosh,
She
I
said
want
wedding,
one.
y'all.
I say wedding, love, engagement, babies, like... all the time.
You just let it out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously this happens. It does get kind of awkward because she starts crying because it seems like she still has feelings for him.
I mean, they literally just ended up not dating because he was living with his ex-girlfriend.
Basically.
Who wouldn't invite her to the birthday party?
Right.
Which is like, that's like, come on. Come on now.
That's messy.
Did you feel when she did? I mean, obviously she didn't come in like, you know, guns blazing. She was pretty nice, hugged everybody. Did you feel intimidated by her because you and Cameron were rocking?
I mean, nobody probably will believe me, but I'm like not very confrontational at all.
Okay.
I mean, you also like cried when Anthony like came in and ran off. But so when Alexis came in, I was like, damn, you're gonna have to like be tough. And so I like sat up, I put like my camo pants on, I was ready to go. And then she like walked up and she was like, can I give everyone a hug? And I was like,
so sweet.
I was like, we deserve better, sis. Like that, like it was, and as much as it was really Alexis that made me feel like, dang, this girl is, there was no reason for me to hit on this girl at all or to be rude or feel like Cameron's my dude, like, at all. So, you know, she hugged me, I hugged her, I was like, I'm so sorry you had to walk in on that. And she's like, nope, it's not your fault. It's Cameron's. I was like, okay. And I just, like, I will say this, she literally took it like a classy queen to, like...
Classy level 1,000.
Let's give her some class.
Yeah, clap for Alexis.
Classy claps for Alexis.
Not a lot of girls can do that.
No,
And then claps for you, girl. Because you was really... This whole episode, you were really, you know... It's gross.
So
it's gross.
good.
You really
So
were being
good.
so good about the whole situation and understanding.
The cut ceremony.
Yeah.
Not that you got bad,
No, but you know.
I do like, I mean, I do not like, but I do see how the, you know, cameras kept cutting to you every time. Yeah, and I was like...
she stood up for herself.
No, she did.
And when I'm sitting there, and I'm not, like, rolling my eyes or pouting because I'm mad that Alexis and Cameron are, like, figuring things out, I'm genuinely, like, hurt because I'm like, damn, again, I'm missing something that a guy wants. Like, that I'm not... I was mad at myself. I'm like, what am I doing wrong that a guy still won't pick me even after every day he's told me, I'm going to pick you, we're going to move together, we're going to do this, that, and that.
But it's not your problem. It's not your fault.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think sitting there and just, like, listening to talk, I'm like, okay, like, I guess.
But
like,
you have to understand they do have history.
Yeah, and that's
And
at the
that's
end
how
of the
you
day,
kind of have to, like, see
the
it.
only thing that got me through, like, the whole Cameron Alexis thing was at the end of the day, I knew regardless if he would have picked me there on that spot, Alexis, I knew he was still living with his ex-girlfriend. You know, so it was just like, do I really want to get involved in all that for another ex to come?
Yeah.
I was like, no, I just, you know, they have history. It is what it is, and it was just kind of like I got broken up with. Like,
it's your dodge
But you know what?
situation.
You broke it off. Because the whole episode, he was like, I just don't know yet. You know, going back and forth, being like, I want to keep you there, but I want to talk to her first, then we'll talk. And before even doing that, you were like, you know what? I deserve fucking better. Yeah. So at the end of the day, yes, you can be rolling your face like you weren't chose, but you were the one that, like, you're not going to choose me, boom. How about that?
I had that mentality, and, like, I gave Cameron the opportunity to, like, sit me down and talk to me, and he never did. Like, the one pool conversation you guys see us have, it's because I'm like, hey, Cameron, can we talk? And, you know, I kind of tell him, like, hey, where's your head at? And he, like, doesn't really say anything. And that moment in time, I'm like, why am I even giving this guy an option? Don't do that to yourself. Like, you know, there's going to be other exes that wash up. My exes might be popping up. I mean, my fine-ass exes might come through. We don't know. So, you know, I just had to check myself really quick. And, like, Kenya's who I was closest with in the house, and so she was gone, and so I just sat there, and it's so funny because she votes to cut Alexis, like y'all see, and everyone swore up and down in the house, Jealous, you cut her. I was like, I swear I did not, but Kenya, because I couldn't talk to her, she was like, I didn't know what you wanted, girl, so I cut Alexis, so, you know, so in my head, I had to, like, check myself, and I didn't have, like, my girl to check me, so it was just like, that's what this was, it was like, it's gonna be okay, Jealous, you're gonna be okay, like, life's gonna move on. And it's fine.
You took the right amount of breaths, and you took the right situation, and I think it turned out beautifully.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Alexis, on the other hand, girl, I'm gonna need you to not call him your family, because family don't do you like that, boo. Okay? And I'm gonna just let that out there right now. All right? So, you know, I hope I see a little bit more strength from you, okay? Because Cameron out here being a dog.
Yeah.
That's my take on that.
Okay, so
do you guys not agree?
I understand.
Completely.
I think we're all in the house to grow and learn from the people we are, and I think you guys hopefully will see Cameron's journey through this, and you'll get a better, like, side of him, and you'll understand where he's at.
I think there's a lot more to the situation.
I'm gonna need some of that, because
you need some of it soon. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I need that, like, next episode.
I mean, it's just all bad. There's just a lot of bad going on with it, so we need to see a little bit more positivity. I mean, even, like, y'all see in, like, first couple episodes, I mean, I'm still kind of crazy, but, like, I'm crazy, I'm in love, but then this episode, you're like, damn, she's not really that crazy. Like, you know, you can get 10 feet within her and it'd be okay. She's not gonna fall in love with you. You know, so all of us are on journeys. We all learn. We all grow. So it's a long season still. So it needs to be a shirt.
Yes.
Right. I have love for you, but I'm not
in love with you.
There
it be your merch, girl.
Okay.
So I want to get back into the cut ceremony. So we do see how it goes down. Kenya, as you said, was out. She was out sick. It was just crazy. It seemed like she just got bird flu or something, like, right away.
Yeah.
The bird flu.
It was so crazy. She woke up and she was like, Jealous, I don't feel good. And because me, Aubrey, and Kenya had moved our beds together. And so she's like, I don't feel good. I was like, okay. And I, like, told Tevin, I was like, hey, Kenya doesn't feel good. She's going to come, like, down later. And Tevin made her tea and, like, a fruit smoothie and brought her up. And then, like, by the time he came up, medics had already taken her out. So, yeah.
Wow. So, but he does say, even though she's not there, you know, he's part of the cut ceremony, and he says that he still has feelings for her. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops, because obviously she has feelings for him that we saw previous episode. Devin plants a kiss on Marie. The jury's still out on that relationship. Just putting that out there. But he shows some affection. Shannon professes her love for Anthony, big ways.
Yeah.
Shannon wants to have 10 kids. Shannon thinks they're still together, basically. Yeah. Like, they never stop dating.
Can we talk about how he regretted the hookup with her?
But it wasn't with her, though.
What do you mean? Because they talked about it all episode.
But he really... I saw on his Twitter, he was saying that he didn't regret the hookup with Shannon. He regretted the hookup with Kenya.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah, from what we saw...
Because this whole episode, they talking about the regret. So, like, if it wasn't about her, then...
From what we saw in this episode, it looked like he regretted
From what I saw on
hookup.
Twitter, that's
but
what
the Twitter
getting
situation was from... Yeah. That's what I saw, too.
So I feel like he was trying to set the record straight, on Twitter, because obviously editing...
From how it looks.
How it goes. Right, right, exactly.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
But, I mean, like, he still, like, he regretted it after they woke up.
Right.
So.
Yeah. You know. I think the regret came from the fact that, look, I'm not with her. I shouldn't be doing that. Type situation. I don't want to be leading her on. That's how I took it.
I'm dragging the situation.
That's how I took it. That's how I took it. Okay.
I mean, she wasn't going to give him a choice. She was about that life. Yeah.
Shannon crawled in the bed.
Yeah.
She was just like, what up?
Yeah.
What up?
She was ready.
We do see Jaless clown on camera for being indifferent. You were not happy about that. And then Cameron starts to get emotional when he's talking about Lexus. Did that make you feel some kind of way? Because the camera did keep cutting
at
to
that
you.
moment.
At that moment, honestly, at that moment, I was so in my head because I was waiting for Cameron to do like a grand gesture to me to be like, I want to be with Celeste, or just to give me any ounce to keep me around, and he didn't. So this whole time I'm like listening to him like talk to Alexis and get like emotional. I don't know how to say this like in a nice way, but like. I would have felt it a little bit more if I wouldn't have already heard that little spiel. You know what I'm saying? Like I had already heard it to me before. Like I'm because we fought off a lot off and on in the house that you guys don't get to see. And so every turn around and be like, oh, I'm sorry, like I do want to be with you. Like we need to work. So I'd already seen that Cameron. So I wasn't like shook by it. I was just more so like, damn, you really feel like this about everyone. Like okay. But it was. I mean, it's hard to. You don't want to hear that, like but it is what it is.
Word. Okay. Well, the vote happens, and then it ends up being Alexis get one vote, which we know come from Kenya.
It came
from Kenya.
Yeah.
Cara unfortunately gets 3 votes, and she's the one that's booted out of the house, which. I wasn't mad at that. I think Cara is a great person. We had her on the show last week.
Yes,
but
love her.
there was no point for her. It wasn't like she was necessarily making a connection.
She understood what was happening.
And Billy even said, I think she might be getting in the way of my next. And Ex on the Beach is to figure out, are you going to be over your ex? You want to move on with your ex?
Yep.
So
because there was no connection for her at that moment. There was a storyline was a little bit dry for that. So I'm like I said, Cara's a sweet girl, but maybe it was just her time.
Yeah.
For sure.
But shout out to the chat room. This is hilarious. Adriana once it says, but Jaless, for real, do you say I love you every time after sex, sis?
Well, first I'm only having sex with people I love. I'm not just out there So,
boom. Shut it down.
Question, yes.
Shut it down.
She loved quick, y'all.
Okay. She really came back at you, Adriana. Okay.
I like that.
If you're having sex with people you can't say I love you to, you gotta reevaluate it.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah, that's the truth, though.
We're here.
Yeah.
I love that. And then we do have a birthday, you guys, in the chat room.
Whose birthday is it?
Kenya Gilbert's birthday.
Happy birthday,
Kenya Gilbert.
Feliz
So she's
cumpleaños,
watching-
amiguita.
Yes,
there we go.
there you have it. So I just wanted to give them some shout outs. I
Boom.
thought it was pretty funny.
Okay. Well, I think it's time for news and gossip.
Yes,
Let's
yes.
do it.
This is my
Let's do
favorite
it.
part.
You're adorable.
I'm ready for it.
Okay. Last show we talked about how Amber brought up Angela randomly with this whole meme situation. Well, she said you couldn't pay me to sit at the table with Angela, and Marie comes chiming in and says, "Well, don't worry, there's no cameras, so I don't think she'll be there." And
So it's just a thing between Marie and...
Marie just came in and said that. But then Marie went on this whole Twitter rant about Angela. Just went in. Yes, Angela put out a video about old castmates, whatever. Had nothing to do with Marie.
Okay.
But Marie went on Twitter and talked about the entire situation, gave her 2 cents, all that. Got responses from Angela.
What'd Angela say?
I mean, they went back and forth for a while. But it ended up, or the last thing I saw, I'm going to read to you guys.
Okay.
So Marie says, "You have one joke. Come up with new ones, you dumb bitch. When your looks fade and plastic surgery can't save you, your resume will only read deadbeat."
Marie said that to Angela.
Yes. So Angela replies, well, your living proof looks fade, so I'll put that in my pocket and save it for later. By the way, you still owe me for that pack of cigarettes. So Marie writes, "Ha ha ha, you're a clown. I'll send you 100 to get over yourself, you dumb..." I'm not going to say that word. She called her a see you next Tuesday.
Oh.
That's a bad word.
That's a bad word. Yeah. And then Marie proceeded to send Angela $100.
Yeah. What?
Okay, Marie, come through with the $100 cash.
Wow.
Oh, and she left her a little message saying, apparently you bought me cigarettes 2 years ago and you're still counting quarters. Put this money to good use and see a therapist.
Wow.
So was there something between Angela and Marie that we just like that was more underlying than that, or was that a Marie coming into the situation
I don't know what the beef
trying
is
to get that press?
with them
I don't.
too.
Yeah, I don't know of them ever having any type of.
Yeah.
It's like were they on the show together? Were they on the challenge
I think
together?
they were on the challenge together one season.
Oh,
Were they?
okay. Yeah. So
Okay.
maybe that's where the cigarettes came
It just
up.
seems incredibly stupid to talk about someone that's not on your season, that's not on
Very
TV,
random.
and you're giving her all this attention.
I mean, well, like we chime in on things, you know, maybe she just felt like she wanted to chime in on the situation, but you know.
I feel like she just wanted to strategically place herself in a situation that was going to get a retweet and going to get an answer. And look, we're talking about it now.
You'd be good at reality TV. You know how social media works.
Oh, hell.
Okay.
We staying here, Celeste. we staying here.
I mean, the whole key of social media, of reality shows is stay relevant, right?
Yeah.
And when you're a reality star,
That's
you got to
it.
stay
It's
relevant.
also to put your life out there and
Right.
Yeah.
be
Right.
open about
And
it.
if you're-
And I give y'all props.
Right. See, I need to see my therapist like every day.
We're good.
Well,
Your
let's
parents don't watch the show?
real quick. Let's get into predictions. Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I like this part too because the alien. Yeah.
She listens. She watches this.
Yeah.
Alien.
The alien part comes this one.
She said that.
Okay.
I predict that I'm gonna love Gillette forever after this. Okay.
Safe to say.
Yeah.
Safe to say.
Yeah,
Oh
definitely.
my gosh. Yeah.
Jeez, who wants to go first on predictions?
Cameron's other ex needs to come in.
I'm not looking
Yeah.
forward to this.
She's coming.
am.
She's coming.
I'm kind of me too, Mel. I'm really curious to see what Ariana has to say about this whole situation because it's getting sticky with that whole situation there. But I don't know what else to predict because I still want Billy to find somebody because he still hasn't found anybody completely. The Lexi thing, maybe we want to see more of that. I don't know. What other connections are there right now?
I really can't tell you.
That are hot.
We just need
I
some
feel
new
like
people.
we just we need some new exes. We need some new drama.
Gillette
and-
needs some new boys.
I need you to find
we
a
need
new
to get-
person.
Need some men to
Some
wash
love.
up on the shore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, I think I can predict what I want. I don't know
let's hear
what's
it.
gonna happen.
Okay.
So
What is it?
what I want is I want definitely Gillette to have an ex or two to show up, just to kind of balance out the ex situation for sure. I also want to see an ex for Aubrey. I feel
there you
I
go.
want an ex for
That would
Aubrey,
be-
because I feel like she's kind of doing her thug thizzle, and she's kind of to me, she's kind of like the mama bear.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
kind of
definitely.
she's been really cool with everybody and just kind of being there for everyone. But I need to see her with an ex to kind of get that jump started, right?
Yeah.
Because she's obviously been feeling old boy, and I need to see if that's really
You want to see
real.
her in the X on the Beach experiment.
Exactly.
Not just outsider.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel
Not
that.
just playing along. And then I mean the whole I know that, Cameron's other ex living, person is coming. Oof. I don't know. I mean, I think that's just, fodder for it's going to be, wanting to be dramatic, but I feel like it's not really going to be. It's going to be anticlimactic.
It's going to be
Why?
underwhelming?
Because it's who would you pick? The person you live with or this
right,
girl?
but I feel like it's predictable.
What do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Alexis does not know that they were still having sex.
Well, I think that based on
deep
and
down,
this is how
she
I
probably
feel
knew, but-
because Alexis is so cool about it. I feel like if old girl comes in and she's like, "Well, yeah, we've been smashing already," and she's gonna be like, okay, and then just
she already has a problem with homegirl, and I think she gonna turn up a little.
Yeah.
bit.
I don't know. I mean,
I would turn
that
up
would
on
make for
her.
great TV.
Yeah.
But I just don't think,
I think
it's
she
gonna
will.
happen.
I
Okay?
think she will. She
We'll
already
see.
feels some ways.
She hugged everybody.
I think
Right.
she hugged him. She ain't gonna hug her. She already got an issue with her.
Okay.
And
They
the
already
issue
got
with Gillette
some
wasn't an
beef.
issue because it wasn't her fault and she knew that.
Right.
So
Okay.
she came
Okay.
in correct. She
But I
didn't
mean,
have to
I
come up with
guess
hands
the
thrown.
girl, it's not the girl's fault either that she living in the house with him.
Right.
But at at the same time. That's why they broke up in the first place. So there's definitely gonna be some issues.
Word. And I do feel this is gonna happen. I think the Anthony and Shannon situation is not gonna die down. I think she's still gonna try to get 10 kids out of them. Just saying. I
guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, that has been our show. We want to thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you everybody in the live chat. Shout out to our guest Celeste in the building. Guest Celeste. Our guest Celeste. Our guest Celeste.
Wow, I got pretty lights and stuff.
Oh man.
No, thank you all for having me.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's been great.
You were great. You're great.
And all the fans love you.
Yes.
They were being like, "Oh, I love Gillette."
Oh, cool.
Yes. Cara Cooper says, "Love you, Gillette."
Oh, I love her.
Bless SQA says, "I love Gillette. She's unapologetic." Being her unapologetic. Kaya, she's crying, love her, you know.
Kaya.
So, you know, and then PM 616, I want Gillette to find someone that's right for her. So everyone's here for it.
Yay.
Everyone's here for it. Love's in need of love, y'all. I've been your host, Lem Gonzalez, so you can find me everywhere at Lem Gonzalez. Sinse, where you at?
Y'all ready to find me? You know, since I don't play.
You guys check me out everywhere at Melody_Rose.
Yeah, that's your boy Nino. You can catch me at Nino and Lem on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Don't forget, it's going to be Girls Week next week. Lem and I are out. So you got to tune in because the girls are about to turn up next week, and Lem and I will see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Ladies night. Gillette, where can the fans find you, young lady?
Y'all can find me at Gillette Ann.
Yeah,
there you
go.
go.
There it is. As Nino said, ladies' night next week. Make sure you tune in because it's going to be turned. I'm sure they're going to take live calls, so it's going to be super turned. And, you know, guests will be fan in the building. Stay tuned. Get your life. Do your thing. Love everybody because love's the need of love. Boom.
Bye.
I love you.
Founder Kevin Undergaro and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.